Greetings and salutations. This is Jason Silverain, and today I'll be taking a look at Ishmael by Jorden Magnuson. I believe that's how it's pronounced. But yes, this was released in April 2017. It's a visual novel, more like a kinetic novel, really. There's not many choices. It's somewhere in the middle ground, and the Steam reviews are rather mixed. Some people say it's a nice little 15-minute game story, which really people should play, and a lot of people go, it's kind of propaganda, because it does set, well, it is set in Palestine-Israel conflict, so there's going to be a lot of people with, well, strong feelings either way. But should we have a look? I just want to judge it on a game. I'm not even going to take the conflict into mind here. See, this is what I've got to work with. How do you pronounce that? But let's begin. The treat that would involve puppets. That's what they'd been telling us. Examine self. You're Ishmael, son of Pine Nut Valley. Is that my father's name? I'm guessing it's where I live. I have 2 rocks and a piece of string in my pocket. Okay, and puppets is what I click on. I was excited because I've never seen a real puppet show before. Examine puppets. There's no puppets here. The show will be on Saturday. What did we do for fun? Most of the time we played in the dirt for fun. Tic-tac-toe, hopscotch, ratatala? Sometimes we just etch figures into the sand. Practice hopscotch. I don't know what that is. Last 2 etching contests. It's officially the master artist of our neighbourhood. That's slightly offensive, surely. Farouk, son of Farouk, son of Farouk. He won 7 straight contests in a row before he put an end to his streak. He maintained that the title of master artist was still up in the air because Aline had been sick the day of our last tournament, which was tips the votes in my favour. Okay. Aline liked Farouk until last week. What happened? And a hopeless cheat, especially at tic-tac-toe. Bumblebee incident? Some imaginary rules. Imagine the rules are very clear that anyone to win to 2 etching contests in a row is to obtain the title of master artist. No ifs, buts, or... Anyway, right. Throw rules. Explain rules. Okay, what we doing? Alright, he was there and he's just kicked me in the balls. Be the bigger man. Getting of tic-tac-toe shenanigans. Ah. Father thought so too, because apparently when I returned home that evening he was beaming. He said it was going to be great. He said the get-together on Saturday, our spirits would be united again and we'd remember who we were. It was important to have hope, he said, and we had to fuel it every opportunity we got. Farmer is beaming. Ask about hope. Where there is ruin, there is hope for a treasure. Okay. I asked about the puppet show, and then Father turned and looked at me quickly and asked me if I couldn't think about anything but that show. He was a bit angry because this gathering was about more than puppets, but then he got happy again and smiled and said, yes, there will be a puppet show as promised. Ponder these things in your heart. The rest of the kids cheered at that while I sat and pondered about what the show would be like. Mother said it was time to eat, and Father said it was time indeed, so we ate. Look. We were sitting in a small room full of cheering children, 2 tired adults visible to the west. I'm going to eat. A little bit of bread, a little bit of rice. Okay, I'll farm back someday. Okay. 17, pretty much an adult like mother. Eating always seems to stir him up. Remember the farm. You can't remember it. I'm guessing I'm too young. Oh, that's always bad. Jorden plays Rotella with his younger ones every once in a while. He mostly thinks about getting our land back. He'll says he'll do it too or die trying and isn't afraid of dying. I wasn't afraid of dying either. Oh dear, that's past tense. I'm guessing this is all a flashback then. Look at Mother. His mother smiled at me, but then I thought she seemed sad. My brother and sister stopped pointing at me, making fun, but Mother put on my face, "You're a strong boy, have some more rice." But there wasn't any more rice. The sun was very low on the horizon and very orange. Examine the roof. Your family takes great pride in having a real roof instead of a makeshift plywood or sheet metal ones which dominate your neighborhood. Oh gosh, yeah, this is like definitely hammering the fact of you are dirt poor, you have nothing. Look. A poster 2 rooftops away proclaims our compound to be the new Pine Knot Valley, with smaller lettering underneath saying we're from the old Pine Knot Valley and we're going back someday. Okay. So just sat on a roof, staring at the sunset. What's the lettering? Okay, it's just that. Just the poster we've already seen. Okay, so happy about seeing father happy. Thinking about my older brother, thinking how brave he is, and thinking about the siblings. Who's Joseph? Oh, obviously died from illness. Okay, so I've got cousins in the old Pinewood Valley and it's occupied. Well, if I told him if that meant to be the valley used to be before the enemy came, then things might have been different. So that was a week ago. That's all flashbacking to previous Thursday. So I became the artist, master artist of the neighbourhood, and got kicked in the balls, and everyone was kind of very emotional. There's no noise. I'm guessing the only sound that's going to come is when I eventually get shot, because I've got a feeling this is going to end with this kid dying. Friday went by. Oh, come on. Went by awfully slowly. Play with friends. You didn't have much fun. What is Red Hollow? Ooh, slice of finger. So you couldn't play. Tic-tac-toe is a thing. Kickball. Okay, hopscotch? Etching contest. Fair enough. I'll avoid getting kicked in the balls again, so I'll play tic-tac-toe. Rock, paper, scissors. Who goes first? Oh. Well, I'm going to go there. Case. That's actually not a bad thing. Fair enough. I go there. I get there. It's a tie. Go in the middle again. Go there. This is raw. Can I win one of these, please? Obviously not. There we go. New opponent. Who did I select before? Oh, you know, I'm going to go with the cheating Gid. He doesn't seem like a nice person. Wait, he just took 2 goes. You know, this is getting old. Okay, stopped playing and sat around for a bit watching flies crawl around the dead carcass in front of Mr. Gaffar's shack. One of his goats had gotten infected with some sort of disease a while back and died suddenly. He's about half gone now and contained mostly of risen bloated intestines. Why has no one cleaned that up? Play kickball with it? Ooh. Most boring day in the world. Then Saturday comes. Saturday, the day of the get-together, the day of remembering, the day of the puppet show. Okay, now we've got some sound. It's a bit more lively now. There was whooping in our valley when I woke up. That made me smile. Today would not be boring. Look outside. Everyone was there, waving and shouting and banging on drums, holding the flags of our nation. I thought it would be nice to have some larger space we could all go and gather in, but the largest space in the compound was the main alley which ran down the centre from north to south. Ishmael, this is a great day. He said that many times already, but I didn't mind. He told me the leaders of the people were visiting us. Not our greatest leader is too busy fighting our war to come to the compound, but some of his lieutenants. Were they the ones who put on the puppet show? Yes, Father said. We paraded through the streets for a while, just hollering and waving our flags and being patriotic. Eventually we managed to squeeze in the central alleyway. Oh god, guns! Where everyone was gathered. The visitors were on a rooftop looking down at the crowd. They were shouting about hope and God and reclaiming Pine Nut Valley. They were wearing guns, and once in a while one of them would fire a volley into the air, which made everyone cheer, especially loud. They shouted and we cheered. They shouted and we cheered until the sun started to set. Then one of the soldiers raised his arms and declared they had a special treat for us, a puppet show, but the younger ones come forward to the front of the crowd so we could see and hear the presentation better. Okay, draped a sheet over a wooden beam suspended between 2 clotheslines and the show began. It told a story of a little boy named Ishmael who lived in the old Pine Nut Valley despite the occupation of the enemy. Okay? Ishmael was a good boy. He obeyed his father, and he loved his mother, and he was an example to his brothers and sisters. He was a loyal boy. He made friends for keeps, and he would defend them when they needed him. He was also an intelligent boy. He wished to learn and had a special love for math. He dreamed of attending university someday in the future and becoming a doctor. Well, that's nice. Okay. One day, however, Ishmael's father had to explain to Ishmael that he would never be able to be a doctor because the enemy controlled their country and barred the roads that would allow Ishmael to travel to university. Ishmael was disappointed to hear what his father had to tell him, but he was stout of heart and determined that he would live a happy life, in spite of his inability to fulfill his dreams. After all, he had his friends to play with and his family to love. But one day, the enemy came with a bulldozer and told Ishmael's family they have to leave their home because the land was no longer theirs. Ishmael's father asked how this could be, since their family had deeds that went back 300 years. The enemy would not answer him and only asked they step aside so his house could be bulldozed. Ishmael's mothers would not step aside, and so they bulldozed her into the ground with the house. Ishmael observed all this and wondered what was happening. His mother was gone, his house was gone, and he learned that his friends' houses were gone too. Now Ishmael, above all else, was a brave boy, and he was determined that the purpose of his life was to fight the enemy, however he could. In this way, he could live out his love for his mother and his loyalty to his friends, so he threw rocks at the bulldozer of the enemy. And the enemy shot him, and he died. That was the end of the puppet show. A martyr. Well, that was horribly propaganda. And possibly true. The sun was low in the sky now, and the world was growing orange around us. The soldiers fired their guns, and the people cheered louder. I noticed the tears on the face of an old man in the crowd. Wait, what? Before I could say anything, I felt a nudge before me. My father lifted me up. Here is Ishmael. Here's my son. His name is Ishmael, like the boy in the story. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Wow, that was rushed. You know what? Put it down. I put the gun down. Oh, nice. Above all else was a brave boy. No, put it down. The enemy. Oh, boy. Can I actually put this down? I think I have to randomly click and not read the text. Yeah, alright. I'm just going to try and click. Alright, I cannot put the gun down. Alright, it looks like I have to hold it up. I felt metal against my skin and I saw they'd put a gun in my hand. Okay. I want to put it down. Also, this is badly done because there's, you know what, I have to hold it up. It's going automatically now. Or have I been shot? Or what? Yeah, there we go. I have to hold it up. There we go. But I could not put it down because the eyes of the people were on me. Yeah. I thought, as soon as I felt like that whole story was a setup by the guy. I'm sure the kid's father knew that was the story as well. Oh, and that's it. It's not particularly great. There's a lot of problems with it being a game, a lot of problems with it being a story, and I can definitely see why people had some issues with it. But make your own assumptions, to be honest. I'm not particularly impressed in any way. It definitely feels very propaganda-ish, but it also has probably a few fair points regarding that situation. But again, it's a very purposely set up story to go, these people have nothing, they've been thrown out of their lands, they're essentially being told by people who do have power in their community to do this. But thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.